Have you ever wondered why Rome, a city that was once nothing more than a small settlement on the Italian peninsula, rose to become one of the most powerful empires in history? The answer, in part, lies in a series of bloody conflicts known as the Punic Wars. In the grand tapestry of history, the Punic Wars stand out as a turning point, a series of battles that determined the fate of two of the most powerful cities of the ancient world, Rome and Carthage. These wars, 3 in total, spanned over a century, from 264 to 146 before the Common Era, and saw these two flourishing cities clash ruthlessly for control of vast territories in the Mediterranean. The story begins with the First Punic War. Initiated in 264 before the Common Era, it was sparked by a dispute over Sicily, a rich and strategic island. For more than 20 years, Rome and Carthage engaged in a series of naval battles. Eventually, the innovative Romans, despite having no great naval tradition, managed to defeat the Carthaginian fleet, marking the rise of Rome as a formidable naval power. The Second Punic War, often considered the most dramatic of the three, began in 218 before the Common Era. This war saw the rise of the legendary Carthaginian general Hannibal, who famously led his army and elephants across the Alps to attack Rome. Despite his impressive victories, Hannibal was eventually defeated at the Battle of Zama, marking a significant turning point in favor of Rome. The Third Punic War, the final chapter in this epic saga, was less of a war and more of a destruction. It began in 149 before the Common Era and ended with the complete destruction of Carthage in 146 before the Common Era. Rome, now unchallenged, stood as the dominant power in the Mediterranean. In the grand narrative of the Punic Wars, we see a complex interplay of power, strategy, and sheer will. These wars marked the rise of Rome from a regional power to a burgeoning empire. They saw the fall of Carthage, a city that was once one of the most affluent in the world. In summary, the Punic Wars were a series of 3 conflicts between Rome and Carthage that spanned over a century. They began with a dispute over Sicily and ended with the destruction of Carthage. These wars marked a significant shift in power in the Mediterranean, with Rome emerging as the dominant force. Despite the bloodshed and destruction, the Punic Wars were a crucible in which the character and destiny of Rome were forged.